Now, when you came into the group, I think you guys were the first members, original members of a band, and then didn't you meet up with them after?
There was a bunch of bands in Newcastle that were playing around clubs, and we were into folk music to start with. At least I was, and when I went to college, I met John, and he was into jazz, and I was into folk music, and I was becoming a rock and roll fan because I was being exposed to music that was a mixture of jazz and blues that I loved so much, and singers like Joe Turner and Ray Charles and Jimmy Witherspoon were crossing the lines between musical differences. And I took a simple lesson from that, and what I'd do was I would listen to a Ray Charles song and sing it the way Joe Turner would sing it, and then I'd take a Joe Turner song and sing it the way I think Ray Charles would do it, and out of the middle came me. But my biggest influence was my grandmother, who ruled the roost of the house, and when she spoke, everybody, oh my God, and she would sit on Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, she would sing Celtic folk songs, and nobody could understand a word, we'd all be just like sitting there terrified. Oh, na here, na here, na. And it was like, shut up, you granny singing. And I realized the power of the human voice from her, because she terrified me.
They were willy-nilly songs.
Yeah. How did you guys come up with the name, The Animals?
Well, there's several different versions of the story. Shall we have Hilton's first? All right, well, it was like this. This is my story anyway.
Okay.
I mean, and I believe that you should not let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Okay. Okay.
There was this war going on that Britain was involved in.
Here we go.
Don't mention the war.
And there was this guy called Animal who came back from that little foray in the East. He came out of the military, he lived on the road, he had a dog, and he just lived on the road in a sleeping bag. And we became members of his gang. And I was very impressed with this guy. He was a free spirit. His name was Animal Hog. And I think that I threw out the suggestion that we call the band after him, after his spirit, after his energy, after his... But nobody agrees with me. They all got different stories.
Okay. Do you all practice every day?
Practice?
Yes. Do you practice? Do you do scales?
You mean, are we practicing adults? Is that
No,
what you're
no, no,
saying?
no. Do you practice your instruments at all?
No. Well, personally, no, I don't.
Very
Okay.
rarely.
Okay. So when you're not playing, you don't play?
I don't.
Okay.
I yell at the neighbors.
One piece of advice to give starting musicians or young students studying music today, what would it be?
Practice.
Oh, well,
Do as I say, not as I do, right?
well, no. I mean, I don't practice now, but I did.
You did
many,
practice.
many hours as a child.
I didn't.
But you did, because you sang with your grandma, and you sang around the
No,
house.
I didn't sing with my grandma. Are you kidding? God, I didn't light the fire one morning. She never spoke to me until the day she died, and beyond the day she died. And I thought I was to blame for her death. I mean, that's what really screwed me up and sent me on a journey that I'm still on now. That's to find the root of why my granny was so cruel to me.
And she's still not talking to me.
She's having a hard time talking.
No, exactly.
Okay.
God bless her.
Well, thank you for joining us today in the studio. And,
It's a pleasure.
And congratulations again on the induction. You guys did, it's well deserved.
Thank
You
you.
guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's not like up our noses.
Well, I heard the subject matter she was discussing. I have a lot of definite so I think in fact, I'd like to get involved in voting and actually
That
doing
would be
something
wonderful.
positive rather
Yeah,
than
that
just...
would be really wonderful.
When I heard Eric Byrne was being inducted, I haven't...
That's really great. Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I guess,
help you fly out for the evening.
There's a lot of theories in on the new album that I'm doing. I actually sing about that.
About where it came from?
Thanks again, Joey. Appreciate it.
Derived from, because I have my own theories, but not many people agree with me.
But I mean, how did the Animals acquire it?
Oh, just through hearing it in folk clubs. I mean, it was a well-worn folk song for many years. But then Bob Dylan recorded it and put more lyrics to it than anybody had ever known before. So we have to thank Bob for that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Eric.
Thanks.
Are you busy?
Yeah.
I'm Jim Pash with the Safaris. I have a Legion.
Yeah, I'll give you a call.